Did you know that when your husband died, you gained weight? Like immediately. I'm not talking about physical pounds. I'm talking about grief weight. Never heard of grief weight? Wondering what it is? I'm Earl Middleton. I help widows find peace again through 5 simple steps. And for the next few minutes, I'm going to be your personal grief trainer. The word grief comes from a Latin word which means heavy. It's a palpable heaviness that weighs us down from the inside out. It can't be measured on a physical scale because it's a spiritual and emotional experience. But it can be measured on a grief scale that I've developed. And if you'd like to find out what your grief weight is, click on the link below and go to my free Morning After Grief Assessment. But before you do that, I have a question for you. Have you completed your grief tasks? Your mourning rituals. When your husband died, it created a bunch of tasks for you to complete in order to acknowledge and respond to the reality of his death and his new relationship to several entities in this world. First, there were legal tasks that had to be completed. His death ended all his legal rights in this society, so you had to get a death certificate, which is required to establish his new status with every legal entity in this world. Next, there were financial tasks. His death ended all his financial obligations in this society, so you had to close all accounts under his name or remove his name from those that were jointly held, which required a death certificate. By extension, debts were dissolved and property or assets were distributed according to his will. Or if he died intestate, which means without a will, then his property or assets were distributed according to the laws of the land he lived in. Then there were relational tasks. His death ended all of his physical relationships in this world. So a funeral or memorial event was required to give the people that he related to in this life an opportunity to acknowledge the end of that aspect of the relationship, unless he gave specific instructions to not have an event to remember him. And finally, it created a spiritual task. His death signaled the move of his spirit from this realm to the next. So a mourning ritual was required to acknowledge this new location of his spirit and establish new ways of relating to his spirit in this new location. Now, it's likely you've already taken care of tasks 1 through 3. But here's the question. Have you taken care of number 4? The culture provides all kinds of resources to help us complete numbers 1 through 3, but almost nothing to handle 4. In fact, in many ways, the culture does not even recognize the need for 4. But if you're going to shed your grief weight, regain balance in your life, create your new normal, and find peace again, you're going to have to complete your mourning ritual. You will have to finish mourning. Many widows have no idea what mourning rituals are, much less knowing how to complete them. To mourn is to go through a defined set of actions over a specific period of time. If you've been feeling like you've been walking in the dark, trying to feel your way through the grieving process, not knowing what to do or how long it should take, I'm here to turn the light on for you by sharing with you 5 simple steps that will help you to complete mourning and get back to a place of peace again. Click the link below. Complete the free Morning After Grief Assessment. Learn how much grief weight you're carrying. And together, let's take those 5 simple steps that will see you finish your mourning rituals and return to a place of peace.